Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Hey NL, what happened to your voice? I thought you were ill. What happened? It's a miracle. They invented a medicine called Dayquil. It's not really a medicine. Late yay, 04p. I don't know, that's sort of, there's something there. It's like a Dan Giesling, because it mentions Kanye. Yeah, not really a medicine, so to speak, but something that masks the symptoms. And hey, people always say, like, oh, it treats the symptoms, but not the cure. Or not the cause. As far as I'm concerned, if you're treating the symptoms perfectly, I don't care. You can give me any disease on Earth. As long as it doesn't slowly kill me from the inside out. Or cause me to swallow the rind, or choke on my pride, or the lack thereof, which would leave me empty inside. Dude, I hate a burning basement with the curse of the freaking darkness. I can't see anything. See, if it weren't for the curse, I wouldn't have been hit there 100%. In fact, if it weren't for that curse, I would never take damage ever. I personally guarantee it to you right now. We're gonna grab this. Ruka, would you like to leave the office? Proptosis was amazing, by the way. Goodbye, Ruka. See you soon. Hello, Tomo. You're a good boy. Don't try to hide it. Meowing on the soles of my shoes. Pooping on the soles of my shoes would have been better. He's a good boy. Empty as a pocket. You want to leave too? Okay, goodbye. Empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Paul Simon? Anybody? You heard of this guy? He's a really up-and-comer. I think he's going to make a lot of waves in this business. That was a terrible Isaac's room. Maybe we could sleep in the bed and get full HP. Ooh, maybe we'll sleep in the bed and get full HP. Who cares? We're gonna dominate. We got Tech 0.5, and we got Proptosis. Nothing can stop us, including running out of HP. We can do literally anything. We cannot be killed. We're, as of right now, immortal. And I don't just mean in the game, I mean in real life. That's right. I could do all sorts of dangerous activities, like living a life where I predominantly sit down, almost never standing up, engaging in physical exercise or diet maintenance. That's right, you thought I was going to talk about, you know, oh, don't going skydiving or something like that, or driving a fast car. No, sir. I'm engaging in the most dangerous millennial activity of all. Sitting. I don't know, easy there, thrill seeker. Please. Anyway, just follow the circle around here a little bit. We're gonna do something like this. We're just gonna follow it around one more time. No, we're not, because there are no spirit hearts there. Strength is a good card for us right now with a deal with the devil that we're not really sure of what it contains. We might be able to pick up something for cheap. Even free, really. But yeah, the runs have been going well lately. Our last run was fun. A little conversational tone. That was a few hours ago. I was taking the time to jog my memory about what actually happened. I revealed myself as a charlatan who only knows world capitals for like 70% of the nations on Earth. I don't know the capital of Burundi, nor the capital of Brunei, or Tajikistan. Although I remember now, Tajikistan, Dushanbe. Probably not pronounced that. It might be like Dushain. Lori. Cool. Shane. This is my impression of The Walking Dead, a show I have not seen in 7 years. But I remember a lot of Lori. Cool. Rick. It's a little bit like, the impression's not that bad, right? Like, it's a little grating, but that doesn't make it bad. Don't spin. Just stay in your lane, my dude. Thank you. This is a pretty good start, actually. I wish that we could step on those, but I think I am going to take a speed upgrade. We'll grab this real quick. What's the point of having, of being Isaac instead of being Eden? Oh my god. That was a huge speed upgrade. The point is, I can re-roll items that I don't like on the shop. And there is, you know, we're going to take items we like, but there's items we don't like on the shop, like this. We re-roll it. There's a chance, and I kind of like this, especially with lump of coal. But there's a chance that it becomes an item that we, you know, not only would like to see, but an item that could help us hit 1,000,001%. I totally talked about it's the key and then just completely ignored it. We still got to do that. You'd think, like, you know, at any kind of other organization, there would be some kind of organization that'd be like, hey, NL, you forgot about it's the key. Over here at Northernlion Enterprises, it's really just, it's just me. So I'm like, you know, I got to rely on my own meaty hard drive to remember that, and it's not always gonna work out. I'm gonna be honest. We've probably gotten one up, but I don't remember getting it, so I'm gonna take it. We may even end up being able to use it to some kind of tactical purpose, but for now, obviously, that's not really in the chords for us. So instead, just gonna head downwards. Very happy with the run so far. Not really like a cool synergy yet, but Continuum does lay... I was just gonna say lay the pipe, which is not... That's a euphemism for engaging in intercourse. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's not the kind of... Excuse me, sir! What is up? Did you recently release a new patch for Isaac? Because this is the second time in 2 videos that I've walked into a room that has just hurt me instantly. And I'm not super mad about it. And I understand it's a small team, and you got a lot of things to test. And in fact, the more I talk, the more reasonable it becomes. But, come on, man. You gotta stop making these rooms that you literally... It's not like... You're unlikely to avoid taking damage. Literally, you just walk into the room and get hit. Who knows? That ruins our whole deal with the devil here. And then by ruining our whole deal with the devil, which is actually a deal with the angel, we don't get Godhead. As a result of not getting Godhead, I lose this run, and I lose a little bit of faith in humanity as well. We'll try to reroll this on the cheap first. It's not bad, but I'm going to go a little deeper. Mom's wig is fine. Also healed us for one? This is a little, you know what? Maybe it actually taught us something to take damage, because then we were able to see that Mom's wig actually has like some kind of super effect that I've never seen before. Felt like a secret room. Well, Strength, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Clubs. Sorry, Strength card, you had your chance. This actually worked out okay. Yeah, and we gulped something. I'm gonna go to our curse room now. We've already taken red heart damage, so we might as well. X-Lax. I found pills. Run. Well, it's hard to complain, isn't it? You know, sometimes you get a couple of bad dice rolls in a row, like, oh, my curse room was bad, and oh, I took damage that I couldn't control, and, you know, you start to think, like, ah, this run stinks, and then you look at your stats and you go, ah, actually... Not bad at all. Great speed. Proptosis is lovely. In fact, it's better than lovely. Plus, we got the 1-up to insulate us from dumb mistakes like accidentally walking into that bomb. Did we have petrified poop? We had some kind of poop-related trinket, didn't we? I don't remember, man. You should be able to press... There's a mod for you. Quality of life. Press tab and see all the trinkets you've smelted. I said it. All the trinkets you smelted. You know what they say. If you smelted it, you dealted it. People are always saying that. Always. Don't even... Can't tell me nothing. Okay, you are like a super version of this boss. Not Ragman specifically, but these guys, they're a lot harder to deal with than the vanilla version. Maybe because there's other enemies distracting me. No deal. That's fair. Let's reroll. It's kind of trash. Got a single pill out of this. Man. Well, we'll take this then, and it insulates us for a deal with the devil on the next floor. We should go back to our shop. Yeah. It's still good. It's just hitting a lot of, like, Snake Eyes over and over. Snake Eyes is bad, right? In craps? I don't know how craps works. It's a real story. After Champions of Fire 2016. Oh, please do. Which took place in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, at the beautiful Paris Hotel and Casino in downtown Paradise. If you watched it, you saw the ad for that many times. And you know what? It was nice accommodations. I'm not going to dispute that. The place deserves it for the warm showing that they gave us. However, after that, you know, everyone's happy, not because of the prize money necessarily, but everyone's happy because it's over and, you know, we're kind of on our free time now. So people are in the casino, we're hanging out. I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and he's like, hey, you like craps? And I was like, I've never played it before. And he's like, let's play some craps, I'll teach you. So we go over to the table, and he's like trying to explain the rules, and the lady who is, I don't know, they're called like a croupier, right? Or a croupier? No, actually, they're called a woman, NL? No, it's not like that. You see, it's a specific term for a craps dealer. She was not having it. Like, I was trying to, occasionally, I was not being a jerk or belligerent at all. I would admit if I were. But, I was asking her questions. Because we had come from, like, a... Oh, this is weird. We'd come from a roulette table. And I don't really like to gamble. So to have, like, some kind of social aspect to it was nice. You know, you'd win $5 on the world's cheapest roulette table, and the lady would be like, hey, congratulations. Where are you guys from? And I'd be like, we're from Canada. And she'd be like, oh my god, that's amazing. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. This lady was like, she thought we were in the high roller baccarat table from James Bond or something like that. And I was like, can I place a bet? She's like, the bet, I told you, sir, the bets are off. And eventually, we just like left because it was so inhospitable. A little delirium? Come on. So I still have no idea how to play craps. I know it's a turn-based strategy game. It's adversarial yet simultaneously cooperative Tharsis. You roll dice until you roll a number. You know what? We've done so many angel deals. Let's try to get some good items. 7 seals. Oh my lord. Please. How many like good things spun into slightly negative things can we get? You roll, and then sometimes people cheer, and sometimes they go, ah, come on. And then sometimes they go, hey, it's not your turn to roll anymore. It's the person to the left of you. You rolled a 6 on turn 14, and if you roll a 6 on turn 14, and you're from out of town, you have to pass to the person on your left. But then if they roll an 11, they pass it back to you, and everybody at the table gets a shiny Susan B. Anthony $50. I don't understand the rules. That's why I like my ideal casino is, because it's all probability based. Except there's like some games that are skill based, but you're still like, the house is always, I was gonna say the house is always right. That's not the way that expression goes. But you know what I mean? Like, hold up here for a sec. This is a great room for us. Don't mess it up. Get bookworm, it's beautiful. Satanic Bible, very happy to see it. It's all probability. You know, blackjack is probability with a little bit of skill on top of it. Poker's different because you're playing against other people, so you can actually like augment your results or augment your performance as a result of that. And you know, on top of that, there's like you know, slot machines, which are literally just a pull of a probabilistic kind of algorithm. DAE. But my ideal casino is like one, and there's like 3 machines when you walk in. One machine is like, gamble a little, win or lose a little. And then the middle one is, gamble a modest amount. Well, actually, no, this isn't even the way that I intend. I'm saying it wrong. One would be like, the first machine is very likely low payouts. Middle machine, somewhat likely modest payouts. And then the final machine is very unlikely high payouts. So you go, you know, what kind of, am I looking for a lot of positive feedback today? You walk up to the machine that says, like, very frequent low payouts. And you spin and you lose $1. You spin, you lose $1. You spin, you win $1.80, you know? Slowly but surely you go down to 0, but you're like, I'm having a fun time winning a little bit. And there's still, like, a little, an infinitesimal chance you win, like, a Kia Sportage or something like that. And then if you're really feeling like you want to go for broke, you walk up to the one that's like, you know, you almost never win, but when you win big. Which probably, I mean, in the law of averages still puts you lower, but you get what I mean? Maybe, maybe not. So I'm like, I don't want to play games at the casino. I mean, I don't want to gamble in general, to be honest with you. Old bandage. For the most part, at least. But, like, if I do, I want to do something that I have, like, no possible control over. Because I think that all I can do is screw it up. Like in blackjack, if you play optimally, the casino has like a 0.2% edge on you or something like that. That's the best you can do, is still have the odds against you. So I don't want to play a game that has like a skill testing component to it. Because literally, if I'm a perfect player, I'm still expected to lose. So let me just let the machine do the work for me in the back end. You're like, oh, that's no fun. What do you mean it's no? It's just informed. Is this a cat that would like to enter? Hello. This is not a joke. You can bet on esports legally in my province now. I don't think you can legally... The only kind of bets you can do for sports, I believe, are parlay bets, which is like when you bet on the results of like 3 or more games, and if you get all 3 correct, you win a proportionately higher payout. You can't bet on individual games. I don't know the rules about gambling, like the impetus for the rules at least. But you can definitely include esports in the parlay. I've seen, you know, who's gonna win LCS, and I was like, jeez, dude, somebody not from North America, probably, is my guess. So, you know, I always see, like, wasn't it League that had, like, they excluded people from Korea from playing in the Asian division because when they play in the Asian division, it just ends up being, like, almost exclusively Korean teams? I might be exposing my level of ignorance on esports here. What do I, it's not like I work in the industry or anything. Okay. I kind of want to check that, but I definitely want this. And I think I definitely want this as well. And I will always love stew. This is a song I'm working on for Tim Hortons. Yum Brands International, a Brazilian company. I gotta think of it. I'm a guy that always loves stew. Get beef, chicken, too. Dude, it'll work. It'll kill. The rights to that song are probably about $1 billion. I think I would be really good in the commercial industry, dude. At least, like, if the stuff that's on TV is considered good, I would fit right in. Like, hey, we're, Outback Steakhouse, we're launching a new soup. You got any ideas? Absolutely. Is it a potato and leek soup? Because here it goes. It's a soup with leeks. Soup with leeks. It's soup and leaky. Don't even act like that's no good. That would sell bowls and bowls. You'd get a ladle full. You know what I like about it? Whenever you talk badly about a commercial on the internet, there's some, I don't know, some people, without using any critical thought, just believe in the idea that any press is good press. You know, these advertisers wouldn't do it if they didn't know what they were doing, and thus, by definition, they could never make a mistake because they're professionals. So, you know, it's like backwards rationalization. It's like I talked about it with the iPad commercial where the lady says, "What's a computer?" And you go, "Well, you're talking about it, aren't you?" Yeah, but it makes me less likely to buy an Apple product. Like, I swear that there are some people online where a company could, like, open a commercial and be like, "Hey, Eddie, we're Volkswagen, and we're gonna shoot a puppy." And they just, like, shot a puppy in the face. You'd be like, "Oh, I don't really like that ad." And they'd be like, "They gotcha. You're talking about it, aren't you? Looks like advertising works." That's not how it works. I really, in the internet age, I don't believe in the expression, any press is good press. I think there are many people who have gotten bad press on the internet that would be like, I would much rather have no press than have had what I had. I don't buy the idea that, like, just because you're talking about it means it works. Well, you're doing their message for you, aren't you? Yeah, that's why, like, there's no such thing as a libel law, right? You'd be like, Your Honor, I did say that Volkswagen shot a puppy in the face. But in my defense, any press is good press. So really, they should be paying me for doing their advertising for them. If you bought an Apple iPad Pro because I talked ill of the commercial on this show, please leave a comment with your receipt. You can black out any personal data. I just want you to be able to prove it, okay? And I don't think that's too much to ask. Now, if you want to buy an Apple iPad Pro, dude, don't let me stop you, because we actually did. It sounds ironic. We did buy one, but it was before I talked about the commercial on the show. And it was a birthday present for Kate, and it is actually like a very, it's a pleasant device to use. It's, I quite like it. Now, do I like it, you know, for the price tag that it cost? I mean, I don't know about that. You are definitely paying the Apple tax. That's a very diplomatic way of saying that, no, I would never get one for myself. But now that we have one, and when I use it, I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice. And I just pretend that it's free. Yeah, I don't know if this was the right call. Did it at least pay for itself? I do not know. We're like, oh, actually, we're not way ahead of schedule. Disregard that. We will take the compass. Quickly re-roll that. Sure. Try this on for size real quick. 2 of hearts. Trash. Quick little re-roll, and then we're out. Here's how I think we're gonna do this. I got a whole game plan set up. Well, that's one way to do it. See, I gotta take damage there so that I have a charge ready for the boss. And we come in here and we go, is this good? Yeah, it's good enough. So we blow it up, grab it. It's pretty surprisingly decent damage upgrade there, 1.16. It's the first damage upgrade we've gotten since Proptosis, so it wasn't sorely needed, but it's nice to have. And then I'm going to come into the curse room here. Going to get a guppy item. Ye of little faith. Told you. Oh, 2 of spades isn't a guppy item? Since when? Then, we're going to go straight here. We should have done this in a different direction. I should have stuck with my instincts, which would have been to rush down the boss the normal way and then use the Emperor to get out of boss rush for free, but it's fine. If something amazing is on boss rush, we'll give it a shot. Otherwise, no need. If we even get a chance, because now I'm looking at it like, definitely want to play this guy. Well, yeah, thank God we did. Let's go wild. Small? No? Oh, didn't even get that, huh? That's trashed here. Oh, you should re-roll it real quick. It's still pretty bad. Sissy Longlegs is fine. Like, it's not actually bad, but it's probably not worth the time that we would invest doing it. So, I think we made the right decision there. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, I wouldn't say I get annoyed, but I find it tiresome sometimes when you're like, I didn't really like that commercial. Or you'd be like, you're talking about something terrible that a company did and admonishing them for it, and people go, well, you're talking about them, aren't you? That's not... This is why companies have, like, PR firms. There's the idea that any press is good press. I do buy it to some extent in some situations. Like, for example... Just ditch that. If you're, like, trying to make it as, like, an MTV reality TV star, and this isn't a dig at Dan at all, actually, who is actually, like, a nice guy in his persona, at least until he started stabbing people in the back on reality TV. But he was like the all-American good guy, right? In the auditions and stuff. Well, maybe, I don't know. I'm talking out of my butt, more or less. But if you're trying to be like, you know, Omarosa, there's a good example. Omarosa, almost any press is probably good press. You know, if she's trying to get hired for TV or a political role, I don't really know. But the point is, you know, you can make a living probably being notorious. But even for her, the expression any press is good press has got to have limits, right? Like, I think we all exist on a gradient. If you're a YouTuber, not any press is good press. But probably more than like a politician. You could probably get away with a little bit of a bigger scandal, I imagine. Like, for example, you know, filming a video in the Japanese suicide force. Oh, hey, with the hot takes, NL. Whereas, like, if you're a, you know, like a pediatrician, I would say almost no press is good press. The only press that's good press is, like, pediatrician successfully, you know, splits conjoined twins. And you won't believe what they look like now. See? I come by it honestly. It depends on your role, yeah. So, like, for some jobs and some people, I think any press is good press. Some companies, even. And for some, it's like, Almost no press is good press. We're probably, I'll admit, YouTubers probably have it a little easier. The reality of the situation, I think, is that, and let's not spoil the broth here, but like, oh, that's still really good though. I'm not too mad. Even for me, and I undermine myself and my fan base at every turn. I say, like, you know, you should always think critically about every YouTuber that you watch. You should always, like, you know, on Twitch, I'm not like, hey, you know, oh, we're so close to our new subscriber goal. Can we hit that? Because I'm like, what do you mean we? There's no we. You're giving me money. Like, that sounds like it's egotistical, but no, I mean it in the opposite direction. I'm not doing anything except, like, being entertaining. I reject your notion when you say, like, can we get to 200,000 follows? There's no we. I'm asking you for your attention. It's your choice whether or not to give it to me. That's why, like, I don't know. I feel it's icky sometimes when people are like, we're gonna do it, guys. We got a sub train going on. I'm like, we don't have a sub train going on. You have a sub train going on. But anyway, this is neither here nor there. But yeah, like, I constantly seek to undermine my own career and have my audience think critically. But even for someone like me, I could probably, like, run over a child with my car. Just something, like, incomprehensibly bad. And there would still be, like, 1% of people that would be like, why are you attacking Northernlion? Okay, like, he made a mistake, but, you know, he's trying, okay? That's just part of... Let's just re-roll this for a sec. Ooh, let's go. That's part of, I think, the nature of fandom, you know? I'm not suggesting that I would. I mean, it depends. Did the kid take too long to buy something at the grocery store? But, you know, I could probably... It's not saying, like, I want to take advantage of it, because a lot of people would also be like, hey, I don't think you should have hit that kid. But then there would be people, and it probably wouldn't be the majority, but there would definitely be some people in the mentions that would be like, why are you on his case, okay? He's young, and he's learning. So I think for, you know, we're kind of insulated in this industry in that regard. But I have seen, so, like, I don't even know if are we okay to talk about this? Probably. Nobody watches these dang videos anyway. The Logan Paul thing annoys me, because I've watched, you know, the videos in question, and there's been, like, 6 controversies of his stemming from the original one. And I think they're just terrible, right? I think they're, like, morally bankrupt, and, you know, I don't find them entertaining, but I'm also not part of the target demographic, and I think, you know, the stuff that he did about the Japanese suicide forest is just horrible and tone deaf. But at the same time, I've seen people in other aspects of the media, and they're saying, like, he should really take a hint from Jackass. Like, in Jackass, the Jackass guys were always the brunt of the joke. They were always the ones who, they ended up getting hit in the testicles. They didn't cause harm to anybody else. It was just good, harmless fun. And I'm like, dude, I love Jackass. I've seen Jackass 1, 2, 2.5, and Jackass 3, aka Jackass 3D. I saw that in theaters. But I seem to remember a lot of bits in which they are definitely not the butt of the joke. Like, hey, what about the one where Chris Pontius goes into a hardware store with toilets on display and just takes a dump in one of the toilets and then leaves it there, presumably for somebody else to clean up later? Like, I'm not gonna admonish them and say, like, you know, they should... Obviously, like, I mean, they shouldn't have done that, but that's kind of like the point of the whole show, right? But that's definitely something where that made someone else very uncomfortable. That was like a highly disrespectful bit. So I've been kind of like half bemused, half amused watching these comments roll in that are like, he should really take a cue from the Jackass guys. We need Zodiac, let's go. Again, this is not a defense of him or his content at all. Hey, hello. Let's go. I just think, and again, I mean, we have our own private back channels where we talk about this kind of stuff, and we're like, can you believe this guy? You see when he threw the Pokeball at the cop? Like, it's just horrible. But at the same time, I do think there's people that are my age that are like, well, back in my day, our Logan Pauls respected people. And I'm like, I don't know. I definitely remember Tom Green doing a video in Japan where he's at like a temple, and then a dude falls down the stairs at the temple, and he just laughs at them for an uncomfortably long period of time. And that's what made the content funny, but at the same time, let's not act like it was cut from a different cloth, you know? But I don't know. I'm too old for YouTube drama. Like, even my stance on YouTube drama is just like, I'm not even like, there's two sides to the coin. I'm like, I don't even want to see the coin. I don't want to know that the coin exists. Get the coin out of my face. I have other things to worry about. Like, I saw there were some people, because Logan Paul, he got invited to be on Good Morning America to kind of like make his apology to the nation of America, which is where Good Morning America airs, in case you were confused. And I saw some people that are like, oh, I see. So Logan Paul messes up and then gets rewarded with a spot on national TV. And I'm like, I see what you're getting at there, but like, who do you want them to invite? Me? Like a 29-year-old dude who plays the same roguelite over and over? I'm gonna get on, hey guys, yeah, it's great to be here. New York City, woo! Like, he's a superstar. Of course he's gonna get news appearances, you know? Interview requests, stuff like that. Same thing happened, Robert Downey Jr., Hugh Grant, you know? It's happened before. I'm not saying you shouldn't skewer the guy, because I don't know. Like, again, I watch the videos and I go, he's kind of a punk. But like, at the same time, let's not act like we weren't part of that cycle previously on Dragon Ball Z, you know what I mean? Anyway, I've done the classic Northernlion thing where I'm like, this thing is bad, but not as bad as everyone says it is, and everyone's gonna be like, you corporate shill, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. I was trying to be nuanced, but I shouldn't have even brought it. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Northernlion hates suicide awareness. That's not the case. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.